What's up, guys? Attempt number 3. I just wanted to get on here and show y'all how my letters turned out. I got this one just right above that body line and centered on this rivet line, which on my other truck, they're not centered on anything. They're just kind of laying there right there on the body line. And I thought on this one, I'd center it on this rivet line, kind of give it a little bit of a uniformity to it or something. But anyways, this is how the signs turned out. They're pretty much exactly the same as my other signs on my other truck. Well, they are exactly the same, except I added the LLC. Here is how the stacks turned out. Here, I'm gonna walk up here. I'm trying my best not to shake. I'm on my cell phone, so I'm trying my best not to shake it around, but it's kind of difficult. So there's what the stacks look like. You can tell it looks a good deal taller than the red truck, but the copper colored truck stand up, it'll stand at 11'9" all the time because it doesn't have an air ride front end on it. Whereas this truck, the red one, it's going to be 11'6", fully aired up, and probably, I don't know, 11'2", 11'3", with the bags bled out on it like they are. So let's walk around here. I'll show you all my back glass real quick. Well, looky here, looks like we got a little bit of rain. It was thundering earlier and I went to town. Looks like we got a little rain. But my mud puddles, we must not got very much. My mud puddles down there at the end of the driveway didn't have any water in them. So there's my sticker on the back, losing time. I just thought of that because this truck has a smaller engine than the red truck. So that's kind of what I came up with. I think it looks pretty good. That's about the closest color they had up there. I think it came out looking pretty darn good. Darn sure could have been a lot worse. So I'm happy with how that turned out and everything. But anyways, we got our IFTA decals came in the mail today. I've got to send my cab card on this truck up to the comptroller's office. Tomorrow I got to run to town and go to, we got a Staples there in town, so I got to go up there and fax that paper off to them over there in Abilene. So we got our license plate in. It came in the mail. Had to drill holes in the bumper for it. I'm not too thrilled about that, but I could have put a license plate holder on it, but I'd have just had to drill holes for that too, bigger holes. And also, there wasn't really much sense of putting a license plate holder, one like on a hinge, because it doesn't have a square in the bottom to put your foot. So if it had a square to stick your foot in, well, I'd have put a license plate holder on it. But since there's not really a hole to cover up, I thought, well, there ain't really a whole lot of sense in that. One thing I think that would help this truck out a bunch is to put chrome covers on these 4 bolts right here, those 2 and those 2. And then if I could find them small enough to do the license plate, because I couldn't find any stainless bolts. All I could find was those old ratty looking, those ones. Same thing I got over here on my truck, but the weather's kind of pulled a good deal of that, whatever you want to call it, that copper colored look, and now they're kind of silver. I imagine they'll be rusty colored by the end of this winter. But so anyway, so I got the truck all registered with Kentucky, New York, and New Mexico. So now the only thing to do is to wait for the New York Hut decal to come in, which I've got a little paper, in place of the New York Hut decal. But I imagine that the stickers will be in long before this truck ever actually gets on the road, because it's probably not going to be on the road till the first week of August. So this is just July, what was today, the 2nd or the 3rd? I can't remember. Either way, we're still pretty early in July, so this thing's going to sit here darn near another month before it ever goes out. So anyway, so we should have plenty of time to get, oh man, that was awful close to my face. We should have plenty of time to get the doggone decals in. Oh, looky here. It came with a chrome death cap already on it, so that's cool. And should have plenty of time to get the decals in and everything. And I think we already pulled the motor and went over that. Or pulled the hood, pulled the motor. pulled the hood, went over the motor and everything. So I just wanted to get back on here real quick and kind of show y'all how my signs turned out. They're identical to my other signs. And the reason we went with these colors is because the dealer logo right here is black and silver. So I didn't want to change it up too much and make the truck, you know, look too busy, especially with it being a solid color paint scheme. If it were a multicolored paint scheme, so if we had like a stripe right here or something, probably what I'd do is I'd take something corresponding with those two colors and stick it down here. They make smooth covers to go right here in this area on the def box or the DPF box, and same thing over there on the battery box. They make little smooth covers you could just bolt on there, and then you can put your stickers on that. So I'd probably, if it was a multicolored truck, I might have done something on that, because when your truck's got several colors on it and then you go to putting signs on, you're either going to have different colored signs because you can't get everything in one small area, or the truck's going to look really, really, really busy, and it's going to really, like, in my opinion, distract from the paint job. So like on my red truck here, my plan was to I think I wanted to do like this part white and maybe this part some kind of off-colored red. And the lady up there at the sign shop, she's like, well, you know, I think that's going to look bad. And I asked her what she thought, and she said, well, why don't we do black and silver because of this the same decal right there? And I thought, well, that's a pretty good idea. So we did that, and then the same thing on this truck here. And it, you know, she's a whole lot smarter than me when it comes to colors, because I think this looks a whole lot better than what I was dreaming up. Anyways, and you know, the same thing over here. You get this right here, just a regular old Peterbilt battery box. So you'd get a little smooth stainless cover, and it just hide all that diamond plate and just a nice smooth look. And then you kind of just put your signs on, sticker on there and everything. But the thing is I've got my US DOT number, my VIN number, because I go to Colorado all the time. And then my customer wants me to have an MC on the side of my truck, even though I don't think that's you technically have to have it. Not real sure, but they want it. So I don't know how I would put everything there and then still have the numbers big enough legally, because these numbers I think are the smallest you can go legally. They're 2 inches tall, and I think that's as small as you can go. But so anyway, and then, you know, it kind of defeat the purpose of having this big old fancy pants, you know, stainless smooth cover over here, and then have it all just covered in a sticker. So, you know, and I don't know, I'm not the world's biggest fan of like having the stickers not on the truck. I know a lot of guys like to put them down on the boxes or whatever, think it's like a cleaner look, but I don't know, you know, I don't really mind the doggone, like, oh shoot, look at me covering up the camera. I don't really mind it looking like a little bit, I mean, whenever I say work truck, I don't mean, you know, beat up or dirty or anything. What I mean is, like, I don't mind, you know, having a decent truck that is like, that it works like for a living, you know. Like, my buddy likes to give me grief about my pogo sticks or whatever. He's like, oh, I don't know why you don't just run your lines out the back. All the time he's giving me grief about that. But you know what, I mean, it really doesn't bother me for this thing to be obviously, you know, a working truck. I mean, I like for it to be nice and everything, but I'm not all, you know, I don't know. I guess it's difficult to articulate, but what was I thinking? Oh, daggone, I lost my train of thought. Anywho, so that's the dealio. Oh boy, I wonder if we're gonna get some more. No, because the wind's blowing out that way, huh? Yeah, so I think those clouds have done passed. Anyways, so that's kind of why, you know, I like that. And honestly, I think it looks pretty clean right there, you know. I guess everybody's, you know, can think what they want to think, but I think that looks pretty good. And I think it really ties in with, see, looky here, I can't point at anything. Well, right, boop, boop. Right there, the Rush decal. Man, like where I'm pointing at my fingers, looking down my fingers, I'm pointing at the fuel cap over there. But in the camera, I'm pointing at the Rush decal. So anyways, that's tough. So I think, you know, that kind of, it kind of ties in kind of nice over there. And these dadgum sleeves get caught on my arm and annoys the hell out of me. Anyways, I think that looks kind of nice right there and everything, and kind of ties in good and whatnot. Anyway, so that's pretty much the deal. Just wanted to get on here and show you all my signs. Did I talk about the back glass, the back window? I don't remember. There's the back window. Looks pretty good. Just called it losing time because it's got a small engine in it, or well, it's the same size displacement, but it's a lower horsepower rating. So I don't know about where everybody else is from, but down here, you know, guy with a 550 5EK Caterpillar and a guy with a 435 5EK Caterpillar, well, we would say the guy with the 435 has a little motor. So, and also the same thing if he had like a really high horsepower C13 or something, it'd still be little. So little can refer to low power ratings, and also it can refer to actually like the displacement. But so in you know, in relation to the red truck, this one here has a little motor. But so anyway, so that's why we put losing time on there, because it's kind of a jab. Like this one's almost cool. This one I put almost cool on this one. I put losing time on this one because kind of like a little jab at the truck, like a little bit of I think they call it self-deprecating humor. That's what the smart people call it. So it's kind of like ha ha ha, not that fast. Ha ha ha, not that cool. You know. But even though like my honest opinion of this truck is like the best truck ever, you know, and it's way cooler than my buddy's truck. And he knows it is because it's red. So, and it eats him alive that I got a fancy pants red truck and he's got a blue one. But anyways, so that's it for now, guys. Hopefully, oh man, look how clean that paint is. You can see this reflection over here on my truck and everything. Man, woo-wee, shiny. So that's it for now. I'll hopefully be back on here. Hopefully I'll get back on the road here in a couple of days, man. This getting this doggone truck registered and everything with the government offices kind of being, you know, wacky, and like on the internet, it's on Google, it says they're closed. You call them and nobody answers the phone, then they say you got to make an appointment. Well, it turns out I didn't have to make an appointment, and blah. I mean, just, oh boy, it was a laundry list of stuff. Anyway, so got all that done. All we got to do now is get on the phone with the pre-pass people and get a pre-pass ordered. And then right before the truck goes out for the first time, excuse me, I just had something to eat. And, you know, whenever you have something to eat, you're still trying to digest it. Can't really talk. Anyways, right before the truck goes out the first time, I'll call and call those people in California, Keep Trucking. That's who I use for an e-log. And they're real good people over there. Always answer the phone. Always, you know, the first little while I was trying to figure out how to actually use an ELD, because I never really had used one before. They were really super helpful, super patient with me, guided me through everything, answered all my questions, and really helpful. So anyway, so I'll call them and get an ELD and go up there to the phone store and get another iPad and everything for this truck here, this for Pretty Penny here. And she'll be hopefully 155 bozillion% road ready come August the 1st, and we'll have her under a load and pointed for the coast somewhere, probably the West Coast. I think this truck's going to make a good West Coast cruiser. Just go to California and back all the time, or go to California and then load east out of California a bunch, hopefully. Or who knows? I don't know. Who knows what's going to happen? I can't predict the future. So anyways, we'll see what the future holds for old Miss Penny here. Hopefully she's going to make a good truck. I think it will. I think it'll be a fine truck. And my hopes are, you know, I'm really eager to see what it's going to do as far as fuel efficiency with that different engine, with the X15 efficiency series, and having a stand-up sleeper and APU. That's my big what I'm most excited to find out about. You know, and if it ends up getting the same as this red one over here, that's fine too. I seriously doubt it because it has an APU. So even though I idle mine very minimally, this one shouldn't idle at all. So even though it's minimal that I idle mine this X15, according to my ELD analytics, man, this thing just guzzles fuel when you idle it, about 1.5 gallons an hour. Slightly less, but that's a bunch of fuel, you know, when you're parked somewhere and you idle for the entire 10-hour break or whatever, which I really try to avoid. But, you know, sometimes with the E-Log, you're running graveyards and you're in the desert and you park during the daytime and, you know, it's 110 degrees or whatever. And yeah, I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I can't sleep in that kind of hot weather, so I got to run the truck. But anyways, so that's the dealio. We will hopefully be back on here within hopefully a week or so. Maybe make a vlog for my first load out if I can even remember what I'm doing, because it's been so long since I've even loaded my truck or did anything, like gone anywhere. I don't even know if I remember which way west is anymore. I've been sitting around here at the house so long. But anyways, guys, I know that's kind of a long ramble. There's little Sally, if anybody wants to say hi. Sally, come here. Come here, sweet pea. You want to say hi to everybody on YouTube? Hey, you want to say hi to everybody? You want to say hi? Huh? You chasing rabbits? I should have named you Bugs Bunny, because you're always chasing them rabbits. What are you smelling? Oh, who knows what the heck she found on me. Anyways, back to the truck. So anyways, that's how my signs turned out. That's how the truck's gonna look going down the road right here like you're seeing it. That's the stack reduction, I guess, and everything. So anyways, guys, we appreciate y'all watching, and all the new subscribers, appreciate y'all subscribing, and I will definitely try to keep y'all posted on how this truck does as soon as we get some good numbers to share with y'all. So thanks for watching again, and we'll catch y'all on the next one.